Jai, don't take sides. Please don't take sides. We should all be on the same side. It's a wonderful charity. It's doing wonderful things. We might disagree about certain actions, certain decisions. That's fine. But I'm asking you, please don't take sides. Uh, um, the way it works is this. I have a disagreement with the trustees. I want to communicate that disagreement to them and I want the disagreements addressed. It doesn't happen. What do? Well, I push a bit harder. I start to get a bit more assertive, and still nothing. They don't respond. I get other people to ask. Nothing. No response. No addressing of the problems. And then they tell me the reason they won't is because there's something wrong with me. So I get other people to ask the questions. Still no response. What's happening here is a simple thing. I don't know why the trustees are doing what they're doing. I don't even know if they're doing it. All I know is what they're not doing. They won't listen to my ideas, and they're telling me the reason they won't listen to my ideas is because there's something wrong with me. That's fine. The reason I'm going public is because I'd love to have a meeting with them where it was recorded so that we could see. So if anyone was responsible for it deteriorating, that person could take a look at themselves and figure out what they're doing wrong to break down a meeting between like-minded people working on a common goal in harmony. And that's what I offered to do. It also has a second reason why I record it, because if I've done everything right, and the other people have done something wrong, they can see it. But it doesn't matter who broke the meeting down. It doesn't matter who is wrong, as long as the person who's made the error can identify it and fix it. And I record just about everything I do. I'm happy to record every meeting I ever have with anybody, anywhere, anytime. And one of the reasons I do this is because I can look back when they tell me that I've made an error, and I feel adamant that I don't, they say, well, let's look back at the recording. And sometimes when I look back at the recording, I go, oh my God, yeah, you're right. I've obviously got an unconscious bias that I didn't even know I had, and I fix it. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes it might be their error. And what I found is most people don't have the attitude, oh, I made an error, I'll fix it. They double down. And that's what I think is happening here with the trustees. I think that we can all work together, and we should set up a structure for the charity which allows creative people to put their ideas forward and not being shut out. And there shouldn't be any ego involved in this. Creative ideas don't have to have a person who gets rewarded for the ideas. They just have to get implemented. And that's what I think is the problem here. So I'm not looking for people to take sides. I'm looking for people who want to be able to express ideas clearly. Closed doors, open doors, it doesn't matter. As long as their goal is primarily to be creative. I'm going to do a separate video which is about why the charity is called the Seven Seas, and why I think the current trustees aren't embracing the Seven Seas and aren't applying it. But I don't think they know, and I don't think they care too much. They've got an idea of what a trustee should do, and they think they're doing it. But they don't have any idea what the Seven Seas are about, and they're not applying it because it's not important to them. They're doing what trustees do for a charity. I think I could, through any media, as long as they had the time to listen, I could convey to them a way that we can all go forward, and nobody has to resign. Too late for me, unfortunately. Nobody needs to resign. We just need to adjust a few things, and then we can all go forward, and everyone's going to be happy. And all this public stuff will stop. I don't want it to be like this. I want people to have a meeting. And if I can't get the trustees to have a meeting because there's something wrong with me, I'm just trying to get as many people as possible to convince them that a public meeting is the right thing to do, for them to air their views. They can tell everybody what a bad man I am, and everyone can hate me forever. That's fine. As long as if it is my fault, I want to throw my hands up, take responsibility, and make the changes. If that's a two-way thing, we're going to have solutions. It's going to work. So please, this is particularly people who agree with Alex Glynn. Let's just get one meeting. Let's have one meeting. It can be myself, The leadership team, which is basically the Chalmers, Sandy, Easy, myself, Jelaine, meeting with the 4 trustees, and we record the whole meeting knowing that anyone who's interested in the process and interested in the charity and wanting to see the success of the charity can watch the video afterwards, unedited, unscripted, just take it and read it and come to their own opinions. But what we're looking for is 8 people meeting to do what's best for the charity. And even though they might have their own personalities and their own eccentricities and their own, because I'm just trying to describe myself here, and their own psychological disorders or their psychological needs. It might be a huge ego, it could be anything. Whatever they have, they bring it to the meeting, and we have the meeting based on how to make the charity a better place, how to make sure that the decisions we make are robust and clear, and how information that we disseminate to the public is accurate. So if I've been told that my information has been inaccurate, I wouldn't mind them showing me how it's inaccurate. But you can't just say it, you can't just assert it. You have to give an explanation of how it's, that's the word I was using, how it's deceptive, how it's misinformation, misinforming people. Because I'm telling you, I've got hands in the air here, 100% honesty. As far as I know, I've not said anything that isn't 100% accurate. So when somebody says that I'm giving misinformation, I want them to show me. And I don't mind whether it's public or private. If I'm giving misinformation, they must show me, because I can do that for them. I can show not just the people doing it, but anyone who cares to look how giving certain information is misleading and intentionally misleading, or somebody's doing something incredibly stupid and they don't know it. Either way, they need it pointed out to them and they need to stop it, whether it's me or them. Public meeting, that's the way. Please, please, don't take sides. Have the public meeting, at the end of it, decide what you want to do. I'm hoping at the end of a public meeting, everyone's going to support the charity, throw money at it, throw students at it, throw new mentors at it. I think that at the end of a meeting, that's what's going to happen. Alex, if you disagree, please, please tell me where I'm getting this wrong, okay? I don't know you, but I know that you have an opinion that at least Christina shares, and maybe others. So maybe Christina will watch this video and maybe she'll say, yes, let's have this meeting. I need a place where I can tell all these people that Aldi's misleading the actual truth, the actual facts, so they can see that Aldi is, although he's a founder member and although he says he cares about the thing, he's missing a few points. He's got something wrong, and what he's doing now is actually not as good as he thinks. It's bad. So Christina, please come to the table, show me and show the others. If you don't do that, you've got to understand that that doesn't look good. Oh, well, not to me anyway. It might look good to Alex. Rejai, Rejai, Rejai.